Hey everybody, it is Thursday, means it's time for your Thursday Thought. My thought for you today is Colorado Springs and its current geographical size and some new developments that will probably be coming down the pipeline in the next few years for you to keep your eye on. So Colorado Springs is already geographically, I think, a very large city. I think we're the number one as far as land mass geographical in the state of Colorado. I think when the city was originally annexed, it annexed something like 100 square miles. And I think today it's like 159, although I'm not 100% positive on that, but it's a lot. Maybe 100, yeah, or maybe it will be after this annexation I'm going to mention in just a minute. And so we all know that there are a lot of big developments, everything up into the north, Wolf Ranch, kind of all the way down Powers with Banning Lewis and just all of the communities that are down along Mark Shuffle and Powers now. And so the new one that I don't think has broken ground yet, but it was approved, I think last year, City Council approved it, and it's kind of near, it's going to be called Reagans Range. It's a 237 acre development planned directly east of Peterson along Mark Shuffle. So I think everything south of 94 along Mark Shuffle, there's going to be 237 acres of development. It's going to be, and they're planned for 1,600 homes in that area. So just a big development. It's just kind of like north of Colorado Center and blanking on the name of the other community down there. But anyway, a couple of communities right there along Mark Shuffle before you get to Lorson Ranch, which is the huge one down south and called Lorson Ranch. So all that area is going to be developed, and it kind of reminds me when I came here in 2007. Powers was kind of the eastern edge of town, and there was a little bit of development behind to the east of the Powers strip, but really it's exploded over the past 10, 12, 14 years. And now Mark Shuffle is kind of the east edge of town, and you can see their Constitution and Mark Shuffle, the King Supers and everything else that's gone in there, not to mention all the communities up and down Mark Shuffle, all the way to Woodman, right? And Black Forest Road. So ultimately, we're just kind of continuing to grow to the east because we obviously can't grow to the west. The one I learned about recently that I thought was very interesting that kind of prompted this video was actually something called Amara, which is also down south near Lorson Ranch that I mentioned earlier. And so a land developer, one of the larger ones in the region, out of Colorado Springs, called La Plata Communities, has, I think, essentially requested that 2,400 acres of what's, I think, technically part of Fountain right now be de-annexed from Fountain and annexed into Colorado Springs so that they can develop it. So this is kind of around Lorson Ranch. It's south of Bradley Road, I think north of Squirrel Creek and east of Mark Shuffle, an area in there that they're asking to be kind of, de-annexed from the city of Fountain and annexed into Colorado Springs because Colorado Springs has more water and the ability to grow from that perspective, providing utilities than Fountain does. And so I heard that was supposed to be, that actually the de-annexation and annexation is supposed to happen here in 2022. I don't know that for sure, the timetable, but that is what I heard. And then obviously development wouldn't start for years, but it's just crazy to think about how many, how much land that would be in there. Because so I mentioned I have two articles from the Gazette. The Reagan Ranch was 237 acres, and they were going to put 1,600 homes on it. The land developer is seeking 2,400 acres in Fountain. Is 2,400 acres. It's 10 times the size. And they say, I think I read somewhere in there that if they were to fill it with maximum density, they could put like 20,000 homes in that 2,400 acres. But I'm not saying that they would or they even could, but that it has potential. I mean, obviously, if you can fit 1,600 homes in 237 acres, you can fit a ton of homes into the 2,400 acres. So anyway, just something to keep an eye on. I think we're just going to continue growing in this kind of half moon circle, to the east, and I think we're going to be filling in the south and filling in the north and continue to grow east. It would not surprise me that, my kids are going to see, Colorado Springs reach all the way out to Schriever. And so, yeah, it'll take several decades, maybe even 5, 6, 7 decades. But we're going to continue to see growth here in the Colorado Springs as long as our water can support it. which I know is a big issue now. So anyway, that's my thought for you guys this Thursday. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all are well. See you next week on next week's Thursday Thought. And as always, if I can be of assistance to you or anyone you know in regards to real estate here in the Pikes Peak region or really all over the country and even potentially the world, please let me know. I'd love to be an asset and an asset to you and all your real estate endeavors. Thanks so much. Hope you're well, and I'll talk to you soon.